So we're going to try this out again, and thought I'd try something a little different today with the new mask I have on. Thought it was fun. Let's see what we got for flights. Looks like Brighton Township, short flight. Let's see what we got. Last time I tried this, it crashed Flight Simulator right in the middle of my flight, which was not fun. It was a pretty bad takeoff anyway, so I was okay with it, but not thrilled. Everything is good on the plane, so we'll go ahead and get loaded up. We'll go ahead and do our walk up. That off. We'll take the pitot cover off. Get rid of those chocks. Let's hop inside. Oh, like I said, I crashed last time in the middle of the flight, so it was dirty. Let's go ahead and bring everything down. Okay. And let's go ahead and take care of changing over to the PMS version and change our avionics over here. And go back to flight plan. And it's a short flight, VFR out and VFR in. So we'll go ahead and set this to be 7,000. We're going east. And I will set this to be a VFR flight plan. And we will send to ATC and avionics. And I'll probably do that one more time just to be sure once I get fired up. Go ahead and request boarding. Let's go ahead and flip our fuel on while he's talking. And we'll go ahead and flip on avionics. We'll flip on our fuel pumps. Go ahead and flip on prop sync. Okay. So all deep pitot heat's probably not needed. Don't need ice lights. I think we're good. Let's go ahead and start it up. Oh, probably helped if I brought my mixture all the way up. Okay, good. We'll send this one more time just to be sure. And we will also go ahead, select our profile and start pop-outs. Okay. Pop-outs are working. So down here, I have my top avionics display, and right there is just my center display, just in case, I'm looking at a different view or whatever. It's right in front of my face and I can see it a little bit easier. Again, it's almost a straight east flight, so we're going to set our heading. Let's see. We'll set our heading to be right on course. We will change our altitude to be 7,000 to match what we set in our VFR flight plan. We'll turn on yaw damper, get that set. Flight director is on, ready to go. Nothing else here for me. Guess I could take a look at my runway 04. It's 43 degrees, so we'll go ahead and set OBS to 43 degrees because I'm going to try and do that approach again. I did it last time I recorded on the B55, so we'll do that again. I liked it on these VFR flights. It just makes things so much easier. And we'll go ahead and flip on our weather and our transponder. Okay. Rise up in our seat a little bit here. And we'll announce taxi. Did dial my props back. I haven't done richness yet. We'll go ahead and release the parking brake, hold the brakes, change our view, and show ground speed. Oh, lady's walking through my wing. Go ahead and welcome our passengers, put some flaps down. Getting a little crazy with the edge of the taxiway there. I did try a flight earlier as well on a different airport. I can't remember the code of that airport, but it actually had me bouncing on the taxiway, and eventually it just crashed my plane on the taxiway because where the grids meshed together, it was like a big void. I wish I remember what that airport was, and I didn't go back and watch the video because I was just frustrated. And we are almost to the hold short. Oh, a little too hard on the left brake there. Stop at our hold short. Announce takeoff. All right. Inform the passengers. Get ourselves lined up on the runway. Well, last time I also tried to do a rolling start, and that was not a good decision. So we will do a full stop once we get aligned here. Change our view to inside. Again, make sure we're good there, and we will throttle up. Go ahead and get this out of the way. And we're up. Gear is up. Flaps are up. And we are climbing. Go ahead and make our turn here. Go ahead and click back. Go to the map. Zoom out. It looks like we'll go ahead and turn on our autopilot. We'll turn on heading mode, and we'll turn on nav mode. We're climbing at about 1,600 feet a minute, and we will go ahead and change our heading so that we can intercept. Turn those off. So we can intercept our nav line, which is, if we're looking right here, we can see that. We can zoom over. So when we took off, where is it at? We took off, we were well south of our nav line. So now I'm going to modify heading to bring me back to that nav line, and hopefully it picks up, which we'll see here in a minute. And it did. You can see that I'm changing course now. We can also look at our autopilot and see the nav is picked up. Still maintaining the pitch that we had, about 1,200 feet per minute. Speed is good. So we're going to continue to climb here till we get to our desired altitude. And we can see here that we've got the green dot telling me I'm on course. We can also see the green arrow going up, telling me that I'm climbing. See the altimeter going up, 1,250 feet per minute. A little bit of shimmering. Still climbing, moving right along. And it's a runway 4, which would be 40 degrees, which means it's going to be a left-hand turn. We're currently at about 90 degrees straight east on our path. So it's about a 45-degree turn. Pretty easy, but go ahead and make it even easier on ourselves here. We're going to bring up our menu. Let me just change to here. Click back. Oops. It's not liking the tap. There we go. Oop. Okay, catch up. Okay, back. And we'll click flight plan. Scroll down, click Brighton. We will click direct to Brighton, and we will activate that, and we will set an OBS course on Brighton at, I believe it was 40 some degrees. Brighton runway 4 was 43 degrees, so we'll punch in 43 degrees, hit enter. And what we will do now is go back and we will click heading mode after we fix our heading a little bit. Right now we're at 90. Let's go ahead and do a little bit further east of our path. So if I go straight 90, it's going to bring me out down here somewhere. So let's just take it off a nav and put it on heading. And we are at 7,000 feet now. And this will bring me out south of the airport. And if we zoom out, I think we can come over to where that airport is, and it's showing us our current heading. And it's showing us this is the OBS line I put in. So what's going to happen is I'm going to come out south of this airport somewhere down in here, hopefully. I'm going to pick up that path, and it's going to just bring me right on alignment, nice and easy with the airstrip. Now, ideally, I will be about 20. If I end up down here, hopefully I'll be about 21 miles south of the airport, and then pick up this path so that I can start my descent. I only need to go down 6,000 feet because we're at runway 4, I think it's at almost 1,000 feet. So it's a 6,000 foot drop, which means I would need to start my descent about 18 miles before the airport. And that was figured out again. You take the difference, the amount of feet you need to drop in thousands. So in my case, I need to go down 6,000 feet. That's 6. We're going to multiply that by 3, which is 18. So about 18 miles out is when we are going to start our descent. And again, because it's a VFR flight, it makes it really easy when I don't have to listen to ATC, or I can do it however I choose. We do see that our OBS indicator is off. It's not, we're well west of where we need to be for this OBS indicator, which is fine because we know we are. And we're just going to go ahead and monitor this, and we are in a good position. Let me back off my throttle a little. Everything is in the green. Props are set at 88. Throttle's at 88. I can back this down to about 88 as well. And that should put the plane in a very nice configuration for cruise. We are leveled off and moving. See, autopilot is on. We're in altitude hold. We're set on heading, and we have yaw damper on. So we'll go ahead and bring this up. And what we'll do for this is start the clock so I can see my sim rate more easily. And then we're going to sim rate this up. For me, I just have a keybind for sim rate up and sim rate down. And I just use that and monitor. And so we will go 8 times. We're at 8 times speed, and hopefully we get through this flight without crashing my flight simulator. Not much to do but sit back and enjoy the view. So we'll go ahead and do that. Wow, it's a lake. Lake Michigan, right near my hometown. Water looks good today. Might be a little chilly. It's about 57 degrees here today. And this is flying real weather, so this is how it is outside. Got all right. Coming up on Michigan, across Lake Michigan. Like I said, we know we're not on the nav path, right? We want to end up south of our airport, so we're okay. We're just monitoring this and getting a general idea. We're flying VFR, so we're not supposed to be reliant only on our instruments. We're supposed to use visual as our primary means, which we can do fairly easily. We're just watching everything go by. I'm watching my flight path to figure out if I'm going to be in the right position. I think I will be close. I may want to just adjust a little bit further south. We'll go ahead and take this to 94 degrees as a heading. It should bring us maybe right in here. And that might be a little close. Wall of clouds coming up. Guess my VFR flight just changed. Suppose I could dive down below them, but it is a simulator, and I don't get dinged in a plane for flying through clouds on a VFR. Now I do in a helicopter, but I do not get dinged in an airplane in Microsoft Simulator 24, which is a good thing. If I did, I would have a lot of failed missions. And coming up on our path, remember this is at a 40-degree angle or to the airport, so we're going to hit that here sooner than later. Uh, we should see our OBS coming in, which we do. Go ahead and slow time down here. My hope is that everything works the way it should, and I get brought directly down that path. We'll go ahead and start to slow down here, because as soon as we make that turn, oops, forgot about that in this plane. As soon as we make that turn, it is going to be descent time. Might be a little bit more of an aggressive descent than what I had originally planned, but I'll bleed this speed off before we get to the turn. And this looks like it's going to be as slow as it gets here. 130. I got my props all the way down. I have my throttle as low as it'll go without it beeping at me. Below this triangle, I believe I can lower my gear as well as my flaps. Oh, there was one more thing I could have done, which I don't know why I didn't. There is cowl flaps here, and I never brought them up. I could have brought them up, but I did not. Probably would have made the flight a little faster. There we go. And we're starting to lose some more speed. We're down to 125 now. We're just going to monitor coming up on that turn for GPS. And we do have a message. What's the message? Set course to 52. Okay, we're not going to do that. And we are close enough to pick up the OBS, so we'll click that on. And we should start making a turn here. We'll go ahead and put our flat. We'll set this to be 3,000. And we'll take off altitude hold. Vertical speed. Go ahead and put some flap down. And go ahead and start descending. Sure hope we start turning soon. Still a little bit to go here. Let's see if we pick it up. Come on, start turning. Oh, doesn't look like it got it. What did I miss? Oh, I forgot to click nav. Turned on. Forgot to turn nav back on. I turned it off to go heading and then forgot to turn it back on. So there was my mistake. Took me a minute, but figured it out. Descending at 400 feet per minute. And let's just check how far we have to the airport. 19.6 miles. I was pretty close. I needed 18. And I think we'll go ahead and do maybe a little more flap. Oh, doesn't like it. All right. I'll try and take this right up to about 145. While we're doing that, we are in a really good descent position. We can see we're already aligned to final here for runway 43, or sorry, runway 04. Descending nicely. I'm just going to watch our speed here. I think I'm going to probably tighten this up a little, maybe burn some speed off. Got a plane coming to our left here. Don't see it. Must be way up high. All right. While we're here, let's go ahead and see if we can find 45G. 45G. Wish there was an easier way. There probably is, and I just don't know it. There's 43G. Check this again. 45G. There we go. Select runway 4. Full stop. Announce position. And when I drop this gear, we should bleed some good speed. There it goes. Dropping nicely. Go ahead and throw this up, and we can see there's our path. There's the airport. We're right on it. We are still a little high, I think, for where we want to be. So we'll go ahead and flip this down some now that we've got some speed off with the gear down. And we'll just watch our speed just to make sure we don't climb up too much. And with the gear down, I can actually drop my throttle even more. And I can make my descent a little more aggressive. And we're going to be at 3,000 feet here as soon as I start to level out, which is right about now. I will go ahead and take off autopilot. And we'll hand fly this in now. Everything is already configured and trimmed for that, so I don't really have to work that hard to maintain that descent rate. And flaps are 15. We'll go ahead and drop those a little more here and get some more speed off. Okay, flaps are down. Gear is out. Landing lights are on. A little crosswind here. I'm gonna bring this a little back to the right. We'll go ahead and get rid of this. You can see the runway. Add in a little throttle. Announce final. Oof. A little crosswind here. So go ahead and put a little right and then a little left. Drop our speed. Oops, that was not good. I didn't really expect it to come down that hard. Not happy with that landing at all. In career mode, I can't reverse it to redo it and figure out what I did wrong, but that was not good. Not good at all. Not good. Oh, well, shucks. Go ahead and announce taxi to parking. And looks like this airport didn't load in right because I see a lot of empty spots where I'm guessing there's probably supposed to be buildings, but See if I can avoid a taxi speeding here. Surprised I didn't get a wheel out of runway error on that landing, but I'll take it. I mean, it is a relatively narrow landing strip, so small airport like this, I'll take it. Still an ugly landing though. Well, I'm glad that he's happy. Let's see what the ratings look like, shall we? Go ahead and clean ourselves up. Hmm. Okay, and we are looking at, oh, well, I mean, it didn't ding me too badly on that landing, so I guess I'll take it. Passenger satisfaction, he was happy, but I'm guessing that landing bounce he didn't particularly care for. So overall, not bad. Not a bad ending considering that landing was terrible. All right.